Namaskar. Dr. Nandakumar Lakshman Kadam welcomes all of you again in this second part. We are discussing about the impact of COVID-19 on business sector in India. In the first part, we have discussed the negative impacts or adverse effects of COVID-19 on business sector. Now, in this part, we will discuss the positive impact or the favorable effects of COVID-19 on business sector. It is very true that COVID-19 has engendered unprecedented disruptions across the globe. However, it has provided opportunities to some sectors to add some innovative ideas to their existing business models and create solutions to the problems. Looking from a vantage point at this pandemic, a number of industries seem to be benefiting as well. We will take some examples. The first one is education sector. EdTech. Now it is called as EdTech. Even before the COVID-19 outbreak, a study forecasted the Indian online education market to grow $18 billion by the year 2022. The pandemic has compelled educators and learners to adapt more efficient digital processes and tools. Regular classes are on hold because of lockdown and other restrictions. Parents are afraid to send their kids and children to schools and colleges. Online learning has emerged as the most viable tool for educators to minimize pandemic's impact on students' academic progress. Virtual classes and online learning have suddenly become the norm instead of novelty. Online education, that is tutoring, web courses, etc., have come up to be the need of the hour. All educational institutions, from primary to higher education, are looking up to alternative of conventional teaching and learning process. No doubt, Google has provided some common platforms like Zoom, Meet, etc. But every school, college, or any other educational institution requires different features. Common apps may not be perfectly suitable for all of them. EdTech sector can tap these opportunities. Some are tapping already, they have started. Some are tapping on every possible entity they can. Companies, you have heard, companies such as Byju's, White Hat Junior, Unacademy, Topper, Vedantu have gained up to a three times surge in assets since the first phase of lockdown in March 2020. An analyst report further highlighted that e-learning firms, which have been monthly visits of about 102.2 million, recorded around 128.8 million in the 28 days of lockdown period of April. See the increase, 102.2 million to 128.8 million in only 28 days of April. The overall engagement of students and professionals has been an increase of 8.5% during the lockdown period. Then we will come to the next sector, that is e-retail. Even today, most of the Indian households rely on the neighborhood stores for grocery. But slowly, online retailing is taking place. Online retail platforms like Grofers, Milk Basket and Big Basket are attracting Indians in the pandemic as it satisfies the condition of social distancing. The players are establishing daily grocery fulfillment value chain. Huge discounts are currently being offered on various items as well as ensuring fulfillment of all needs. They are ready to fulfill your all needs. Most of the players are witnessing a 20% to 80% surge. 20% to 80% surge in their order volumes. The lockdowns is gradually charging the mindsets of consumers and encouraging them to switch to online grocery shopping. This indicates that online grocery will be a sunrise sector in the long term, even after the COVID-19 chapter comes to a close. The next sector that is benefited by the COVID-19 is banking, financial services and insurance, that we generally call it as BFSI. The Indian banking industry witnessed the continuous growth in the decade. Indians love to handle currency notes, hard cash. Even after the demonetization, dependence on cash not decreased to the expected extent. But the viral nature of the novel coronavirus has made Indians circumspect of cash and diverting to digital transactions. This is the gain of the banking sector. During the emergency situation, the operational and technical difficulties faced by the employees as well as by the customers. So this is the time for BFSI players to develop new digitally driven business models. The time is perfect for them to leverage advanced technologies and digitizing existing set of offerings, addressing inefficiencies and come out of the rigidity. This is the challenge before the BFSI sector. The only drawback here is that you may say the negative impact slightly, that is COVID-19 has given rise to the non-performing loans that are facing by the BFSI. Okay, we'll come to the next. Medical, that is pharma, pathology labs, diagnostic centers, etc. This is another one major sector that come out to be a winner. At present, products like disinfectants and sanitizers are recording the highest sales. A trend of taking self-care seems likely to be continued and become consumer behavior. Fitness products and apps are also seeing a surge in demand. It is opening space for collaborations between fitness product manufacturers and healthcare providers. They can join. They can start their collaborative manufacturing and supply chain. Online medicine delivery and teleconsulting will show definitely steady growth. Online pharmacies in India like MedLife, 1mg and PharmEasy are providing contactless home delivery of medicines in bulk. Different types of medicines on one platform. And also provide online prescriptions. They are also providing online prescription services with their registered set of doctors. Owing to these benefits, more and more people are buying medicines and essential supplements from these platforms. Again, the next sector is health and wellness. It is close to the medical. This pandemic situation is a huge opportunity for the health and wellness sector to place itself as a necessity and branding themselves as a pivotal and much needed support mechanism. The industry is already on a rise. The industry is already on a rise and has most growth perspectives in the future. People are facing the imminent threat of immunity. Presently, we all are facing the threat of immunity deficiency paranoia. All are looking forward to anything that helps them stay healthy and fit. Stay healthy and fit. Stay home, safe, be safe is the now it become a logo. Okay. Various authorities officially and young number of persons on social media are advising many activities and products which they claim that it improve your immunity. All this generated much impact on common people. The demand for such things has risen so drastically. As people will continue to adopt better personal hygiene practices, even in the post-COVID-19 world, the consumption of nutrition and wellness products is expected to see a rise. We might also see more health care oriented investment. We might also experience more health care oriented investment, including infrastructure from private as well as public sectors. Definitely, better days will come to the essential health care services and it will provide more employment opportunities. The next sector that is benefited, you know all these, that is e-commerce and delivery based services. Fear of infection of coronavirus and lockdowns. Fear of infection of coronavirus and lockdowns refraining people from gathering up at markets, grocery stores and public places. The e-commerce and delivery based sectors are booming at large as it offers a safe and distanced way to procure essential and non-essential commodities. The industry is to see a spike in customer retail operations. This industry is already on a growth. This industry is already on growth trajectory with the technological revolution. The technology is in their hand. The technology is helping them. Okay, so it is on growth. People are now adapting e-commerce even to produce their daily needs. That is services and commodities. India's biggest online grocers, that is Big Basket and Grofers, have nearly doubled the number of daily deliveries. Big Basket has said that around 283,000 orders a day are being made. 280,000 orders a day are being made. This was 150,000 before the shutdown. While Grofers said it was servicing about 190,000 daily orders against 1 lakh before the COVID-19 lockdown. It means it is increasing. It is showing growth. Then next is software as a service. Generally it is called as SaaS. SaaS. And remote working tools. SaaS applications and remote working tools would facilitate the ongoing projects and pave the roadmap for future entrepreneurs to a greater extent. These applications would serve the founding stones for the majority of business operations in the future and heaven for existing ones. It accentuates the current work culture to better productivity. Next one is over the top. Generally it is called as OTT. Over the top platforms and online gaming. Over the top media and online gaming have surpassed above the conventional ways of entertainment. Bans and restrictions on movie theaters, gaming hubs, and other recreational amusement installations, all they are promoting OTT platforms and the online gaming. These have proven to be time and cost efficient and provide a more personalized version which can experience at the comfort of home. Another one sector, that is managed office spaces. Managed office spaces that would rise, definitely, that would rise above the rest is the managed office spaces. Managed office spaces provides the spaces for corporates, startups, and commercial real estates. Managed office spaces satisfies the need of cost-efficient and comfortable space. Managed office spaces provide a suitable alternative to the need of comfortable workplace with cost cuts. So these spaces provide the perfect solution. These spaces provide the perfect solution to startups, SMEs, small and medium enterprises, and even corporate bodies to cut their costs. These are safer than conventional office hubs and come for a fraction of operational costs for the same. Another one sector that we have to discuss here, that is fast moving consumer goods, FMCG industry. After the lockdown announcement, demand for fast moving consumer goods spiked up, owing to hoarding and panic buying by the consumers. The demand for fast moving consumer goods spiked up owing to hoarding and panic buying by consumers. Grocery items and hygiene products have seen a surge in demand, but supply chain was the constraint that was limiting the manufacturing capacities. You might have observed that in April and May, the growth fell down 28%, but it registered a growth of around 45% in terms of value chain in June. It is true that it fell in the month of April and May because of lockdowns, and restrictions, but it gained again, and it registered a growth of around 45% in terms of value chain in June compared to the same period in the last year. The sector is expected to witness flat growth in 2020 as demand was adversely impacted by lockdowns and other restrictions. As the demand was restricted, adversely impacted, now it has increased. People started to purchase more than their requirement, and they are starting store because of fear, and they also started to store more because to avoid going to malls and stores frequently. These are the some sectors which benefited by the COVID-19. Now we will come to the conclusion. We are bleak for the future. Economies are uncertain about growth. Unemployment will widespread. except some industries, all industries are negatively hampered. We are experiencing behavioral changes in the total business sector from both sides, demand side as well as supply side. At one end, or you may say at one side, larger part of the business sector is experiencing large scale discontinuities in several industries due to migration of workers, transport restrictions, complete standstill of capital and investments, huge drop in demand, and so on. It becomes even difficult to many businesses to survive. At the other side, at the other end, on the other part also, you may say, the sector has boomed. The pandemic brought new opportunities for this sector. Some industries are shining and would continue to shine even when the situation will come to end. We can hope that the growth of some industries should not be limited to just these industries. It may or it should be surely extend many avenues to the Indian economy. The market, which was more or less neglected, should open new opportunities, and the business sector should ready to grab it. As the economy slowly starts juggling back to normalcy after the pandemic, it would be interesting to see how these transformations play out for the existing infrastructure and larger community. This will be the interesting factor. There won't be anything normal as before. It will be a new situation. The new situation might not be as bad as we presume it will be. It may be good. Coronavirus impact is not just physical. Coronavirus impact is not just physical. It is temperamental, psychological, and most importantly, economical. I hope you have enjoyed the session. I again extend my sincere thanks to the organizers. Thank you very much.